Today I'm going to show you what it looks like to capture a $1,600 real estate photography package. It's going to be lots of fun. It's literally around the corner from where I live, so we're about 10 seconds away, and I just left 10 seconds ago, which is very nice. So we're going to do photos, virtual tour, video, aerial photos tonight, or maybe tomorrow night because it's supposed to rain. We're going to do twilight photography and videography. It's going to be tons of fun. Come along with me. We're back at this same house that I showed you how to edit those photos earlier. You're probably thinking that we're gonna be here forever getting a bunch of services done to get the $1,600 package complete, but that's actually not the case. A lot of what we're doing are add-ons that we're gonna get done in the editing room later. So right here you can see I took a screenshot of all the specific services that we're gonna do. We're gonna do interior, exterior photos, aerial photos, a 360 virtual tour, a cinematic listing video, some aerial video, twilight photography and twilight videography, probably not tonight because it's raining, or it's supposed to be raining this afternoon. And then we're gonna do 2 Instagram style reel edits, 5 social media photo edits, and then he got priority scheduling. So this package is my works package. I sell it for normally $1,995 up to 2,000 square feet. But he didn't want the 2D floor plan, the single listing website, or the agent, the video intro outro. And we are gonna do 2 additional locations just for, to kind of splice into the video. So I just told him, I said, hey, you know, we'll just do $1,600, knock a few $100s off of it. And he's like, hey, that sounds great. So here we are, we're gonna get started. I'm happy you're here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm done turning on all the lights. Let's go ahead and get started with taking some photos. So I'm gonna put you away and I'm gonna pull out my GoPro and then just see if I can capture a point of view of me doing photos for the entire house. So it is 10:31. I think I'm gonna have this listing done by noon. An hour and a half. What do you think? Okay, we gotta get the tripod set up. Just slam it down here, lift it all the way up. Get my camera out. It's a Canon 5D Mark III with a 12-24 Sigma f4 lens, which is a fantastic beast of a 2-decade-old lens mixed with a 12-year-old camera, and I still get work. So you don't need the latest and greatest mirrorless cameras. You can get it done with an old DSLR. Tons of fun. That's all set up. Let's take some photos. So I'm gonna do my best to film this the best way that I can. I've got my GoPro mounted on the hot shoe of the camera. I'll figure out exactly what the best method to do it is. So if it's a little wonky, just stick with me. Aperture is set to f8 and I'm at 1/15 of a shutter speed with ISO of a 320. I think I'm gonna flip this GoPro around actually. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go to the front of the house, just like this. And we're gonna take another one at this angle. I'm gonna try and talk as much as I can about kind of what I'm capturing here. This room is pretty small, so I'm doing a nice and wide one, but then I'm also gonna zoom in a little bit right here, lower the shutter speed, and I'll bring up all the finished images on the screen here so you can see exactly what I'm capturing. I think this sign was in the way. All right, so we're just gonna blast through photos. I'll be giving some commentary as we go, but for the most part, this might even be like a sped up time lapse of me just capturing photos, just to see what it looks like, me going throughout the house, taking the pictures, showing you the finished pictures, and then going from there. I don't really wanna do like a full play-by-play of exactly the entire shoot that we have going on, maybe some other time, but I'm actually a little bit pressed for time, but I'm still trying to get these videos done, so, you know, we'll do our best. I wish I could have 2 GoPros, one facing me, one facing what the camera is seeing, so you guys can really tell what's going on, but maybe I'll buy another GoPro, who knows. So these pictures aren't gonna be like anything crazy fancy. It's just, you know, capturing what the house looks like. You know, photos aren't the most important part of any given listing, especially when a realtor gets a $1,600 package. The most important things are the video, the virtual tour, those kind of things. Photos are just kind of like a whatever. Of course we'll get photos. So I'm just blasting through them. You know, I'm obviously taking care to make them look nice, but I'm not going above and beyond. My photos are gonna look good. My photos are gonna look how they always do, which is gonna look good. I'm gonna drop the tripod a little bit. This is kind of what I do. Instead of just like taking forever to get any given shot, I just kind of say, oh, this would look good. And then I take the picture. This would look good. And then I take the picture. There's no point in taking as much time as you possibly can to get a photo done. If you think it's gonna look nice, just take it. Who cares? And again, these pictures don't have to be anything crazy. Just get them done. They're just photos. You know, you want to take a little bit of care to like make sure they look half decent. I think really that's the main thing. These photos don't have to win awards. Anything you can do to just get them done fast, they're gonna be good enough. As long as the foundations are right, the verticals are good, the composition is, you know, halfway thought through, that's all that matters. You don't have to go, you know, do this whole shebang of like, oh, each picture has to look its best. Who cares? Especially when you're adding on additional services, you can pay more attention to the video. You can, you know, pay more attention to the virtual tour. You can pay more to like, just get it done. Who cares? Remember, the name of the game, speed and efficiency. Anything you can do to just get these done fast, you should do. So I'm just gonna edit out the TV in this final picture. All right, so I've been recording this GoPro for 13 minutes. I have finished the entire interior of the house. So I'm gonna do the backyard, and then I'm gonna do the front yard, and then we're gonna move on to the different services because there's no reason to dilly-dally. You can get all this shit done super fast. Who cares? All right, so I don't like this, but I'm not trying to get all wet, so I'm gonna kind of organize it in a way that's easy to Photoshop out. Fix this rug as much as possible. Check anything else out. That's somebody else's house, so we don't have to worry about the playground. This goes into this whole backyard area. Okay, that's cool. So we'll, did they lock this? I wonder if this is the same key. It's not. Okay, so we can't even take pictures back there. No problem. Not my problem. Take the picture, get it done. Take the picture, get it done. Move on to the next one. Don't spend too much time on your composition. Who really cares? We're gonna take one more picture at this angle right here. I really hope that this video doesn't come out completely trash with filming with this GoPro. Now we're gonna go outside in the front yard to take more pictures. Hooray! I am gonna take one more picture of the inside right here. Just because I didn't get this angle. And it's a nice angle. It shows the entire space. All right. To the front yard we go. I always like to do an open door shot like this just so you can see inside. I'll brighten up the interior through the doorway so you can see, but I always like to do one of each. I'll take a photo with it open, and then I'll take a photo of it closed. Take a picture right here. And now what we're doing is just quickly capturing every single angle. These are exteriors, they don't have to be super perfect. These can just go super fast. Get every angle you see. Don't stress out too much about it. It's not really that big of a deal. You're just showing what the outside of the house looks like. And we'll go over all the way to this side, because this is actually a pretty big property. So we want to show that it goes all the way over here. It's been 19 minutes and 32 seconds since I started taking photos, and I've been videoing this whole time as well. Nice. Again, I'm not too concerned with really any of these photos. Hello. I'm just getting them done. Okay, that's all I want to do for photos. It's been 21 minutes and 34 seconds. Not too bad. A little bit slower than I would have liked, but I've been filming everything, so makes things go just a little bit slower. I think what I'm going to do now is the virtual tour. Put my camera, the DSLR, away. I did forget to charge my Ricoh Theta Z1 last night, so I'm really hoping it has enough battery for today, but we will see. Come on, save me. I mean, I have to come back to this property anyways to do the twilight on another day because it's going to be raining. So if I can't get the virtual tour done today, I'm not super worried about it. I can get it done another day. 80%, nice. I don't think I'm going to film too much of capturing this virtual tour. It just kind of seems like a waste of time for me, but I want to capture that audio. Nice. But you do have to open up your Theta app, and then you can see me right there. Then we'll go to the Matterport app. And then new job. This should auto-populate. Yep. And then we just got to place this 360-degree camera where we're going to do our first scan. And then we hide. And we press. Failed to take picture. Uh-oh. There we go. So I think I was visible in that scan, so we're going to just click in here. And no, I wasn't. Nice. Not worried about it at all. Okay, I'm not gonna film the whole thing. I think I'm gonna film the virtual tour capturing in a separate video where I have more time. It's already 11:04 and I have some more services I gotta bang through, so I'm not gonna film as much today as I thought I would, but I'm not, whatever, I don't really care. Okay, that went by a whole lot quicker than I expected it to. It is 11:17, so that took me 13 minutes to do 35 scans. The entire house. That's not too bad if I do say so myself. I did notice when I was going through that I forgot to turn these lights on, so I got to take a couple more pictures of the inside just to fix that. Aside from that, we're gonna do the video, or the cinematic listing video, and then we'll do the couple vertical ones, and I'll show you what those look like. All right, I'm just retaking a couple pictures just to make sure we have this light on in the background, and unfortunately it was like a really prominent light, so I have to retake a few pictures. It is what it is. I didn't realize, so it's my bad. So I gotta fix it. And it's okay. It is not the end of the world if you gotta retake a couple photos. All right, that's all she wrote for doing the photos that I needed to take over. Let's get the gimbal out and start capturing the listing video stuff. You may be surprised to know that I use my cell phone, my iPhone 14 Pro Max, for my listing videos. Why do I do that? Well, after using an A7 III, a Sony A7 III, and then wanting better video, so upgrading to a Sony A7S III, and then wanting something a little bit different, moving to a Blackmagic 4K, and then ultimately landing on my cell phone, I realized that unless you're selling a listing video for at minimum $600, $700, $800, or actually even $1,000, your phone is going to be good enough, and chances are people aren't really going to notice the difference. We will, certainly, absolutely, but there's really no reason to spend thousands of dollars on gear, or or use this incredibly huge gimbal and A7S III and $1,000 lens for capturing a listing video that you're going to sell for $350. It doesn't really make sense. So I've gotten really good results with the listing videos that I've been doing with my cell phone. And for specific instances, like let's say there wasn't a lot of natural light in this house, or that's really the only reason that I could think of, then it might make sense to use a camera that has a little bit more dynamic range. But aside from that, there's really no reason to use anything other than your nice new phone. If your clients can't tell the difference, then that's all that matters. So I'm going to boot up the Blackmagic camera app, and we are going to film a listing video. I think I'm going to save the actual in-depth tutorial for another day, another listing, when I have a little bit more time. Maybe I can dedicate like 6 hours to getting all the videos done in one day that I need to get done. But for this instance, I have somewhere I need to be. It's 11:25, so I'll get this listing video done in 5-10 minutes, do a vertical walkthrough video, and then we gotta do some drone stuff, and then we're out of here. All right, it's 11:39. I just finished the cinematic listing video. I'm gonna do the vertical walkthrough social media video, and then I'm gonna do some dedicated vertical highlight reel stuff. Okay, so for the vertical walkthrough social media video, I'm just gonna take this off and just do it like this. That's all you need. Okay, I just finished the vertical social media walkthrough, which we'll edit together in another video. But I'll show you what that looks like here. Now we're gonna do a quick vertical highlight video. So normally I would just take the cinematic listing video and then cut in like the vertical bars and then just push in to edit it. But I think I'm just gonna capture native vertical stuff just because it'll be super quick to film and then just be done with it. So here's what that looks like here. It's 11:49. I just finished up the vertical highlight social media video, and then now I'm gonna do drone photos and drone video real quick, and then I'll be out of here. And I think I can get it done in 10 minutes. Aside from that, maybe a few minutes over, but other than that, we're done. So I'm gonna turn off all the lights here. We're gonna get ready to go outside and do some drone, and then we're done. It's 11:55 right now. We need to take just a little bit more time to get everything that we need to get as far as aerial goes, and then we'll be done. I just thought I'd film a dedicated kind of time lapse of me capturing aerial photos. This is a couple days after the shoot, and I'm actually just finishing up editing this video to upload. But, you know, it's nothing too crazy. You can see I'm just blasting through it. I'm going to different angles, you know, making sure to show the ocean in the background. There's nothing really too crazy that I'm doing. I'm just making sure that the house is always in frame, and you know, I have it set to auto exposure bracketing. I'm taking a nice little wide shot right there, and then you can see my shutter speed's at 0.02 of a second. I can't find my ND filter anywhere, so you know, you don't get the natural looking motion blur for these videos, but you don't really need it. I mean, for the best result you should use it, but you know, in a pinch, you can just do an extremely fast shutter speed. And, you know, there I am on the little 70mm lens for some nice compression. Just getting a bunch of different clips, none of which, you know, I'm not going to use all of them in the final video. Like this one, I think I didn't use any of this clip right here at all. I think I did. I used this one in the final video. And then you know, just kind of get in every angle, just overshoot so that you can, you know, have enough to work with at the end. But that's all she wrote. Okay, aside from getting some surrounding area footage, that is everything that we need for today before we come back another day to get the twilight stuff, because it's supposed to rain tonight. So in a few minutes, I'm gonna go and get some surrounding area footage just of the beach right here, and maybe one other place. Hope you had fun, hope you learned something. I'm sorry it didn't end up being like as, you know, in depth as I thought it was. I really need to set aside 4 hours to do one of these behind the scenes kind of job shadow things, because it's a lot more labor intensive than I thought to be doing everything and filming at the same time. So I might even have my sister come and film me for a day. That would make it infinitely easier, which would be cool. Okay, I'll see you in a sec. And we're pretty much done. Got some surrounding area footage. This little pump track right here, which is pretty cool. But hopefully learned something. See you later.